Dogs in the water, watching those bobbers, seeing that red sun sink. Your mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot. They all come and get it. We have 5 more minutes. You sound good. 16, it was 12:03, standing at her front door. And Katie's dad said midnight, but we need just a little more. The yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that good night kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Yeah. The time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. All the things just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. Wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I give myself 5 more minutes. You're 18, turn my helmet in, walk to the 50-yard line. It's just the coach and me after we lost 8-10-9. And I cried, man, next time to get in here, I'll have to buy a ticket. Can't you give me 5 more minutes? Yeah. Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. All the things just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. Wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I did. Give myself 5 more minutes. Y'all wrote this song back in February 2015, February 5th to be exact, and wrote it for one of the greatest men that I ever knew, my granddaddy Bill. We just lost him 2 weeks prior to writing this song, and he was my guy. He was my guy. I knew him my whole life in Pinehurst, North Carolina. That's where he retired to, but he was born and raised up in Beckley, West Virginia. A guy that liked to have a lot of fun, but also worked really hard. At a young age, a teenager, he decided to sign up for the military and join the Air Force. He got stationed all around the country. But eventually made his way down to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Got stationed down there. While he was down there, Granddaddy liked to have a good time, and him and some of the guys in the Air Force one night decided they wanted to go on a blind date with some Puerto Rican guy, so see how that went. And the way Granddaddy tells the story is that the night went really good, because when he was dropping his date back off at the front door, he looked at it, and he said, "You might not believe me, but one day I'm gonna marry you." And that Puerto Rican lady, she looked back at him just as romantic. And she said, "You are either drunk or you are crazy." And she slammed the door and walked away. Well, let's leave San Juan for a second. Let me take you to Pinehurst, North Carolina, where I knew him from. Pinehurst is like the golf capital of the world. They've had US Opens, you name it, they've done it there, like 100 courses. And Granddaddy was a ranger at one of the courses, the guy that rides around in the golf cart. And during the summers, when I was out of school, I'd go down there to Pinehurst and hang out with him. And he let me ride around with him on the course. And if nobody was in front of us or behind us, he'd let me get out and hit a few balls. And those are some of my most cherished memories with him. Not because of the golf, but because it was just me and him in a cart. We'd be talking, and he'd be telling me about life, and telling me stories, and telling me jokes. And I learned a lot from that golf cart right there with Granddaddy on the course. We'd always leave the course once the day was over, and go back to his house. And they had a pool in his backyard. And I always thought that I had the coolest granddaddy, because even at 85, he passed away when he was 86, but even up until about 85, my man could still jump off the diving board in the backyard pool and do a mean cannonball. I mean, a mean 85, like that's a boss, really. Good times in Pinehurst, but real quick, back to San Juan, Puerto Rico. That lady that I met on the blind date, that told him he was either drunk, could've, or crazy, and that was definitely the case. But that lady is my grandma. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd say like 99.9% sure I am the only country singer out there with a grandma with the name of Paquita Rivera Guadalupe de Francisca McCreery. And she's awesome. I mean, she is a little Puerto Rican spitfire. She don't take no crap from nobody. She marches to the beat of her own drum, and I'll still go back to Pinehurst today, and I'll go see her, and all she wants to talk about, even to this day, it's been 3 years, but all she wants to talk about is granddaddy and the love they had, 58 good years of marriage, and this, yeah. A Puerto Rican and a West Virginian, that sounds like the start of a joke, but it was awesome. She tells me stories all the time about them, and my favorite one that just tells me about the love they had, it was, for 58 years they slept in the same double bed from day one until granddaddy went, and that was granddaddy's decision, because he said if they got a king bed, he'd be further away from his bride. He wanted to be right there beside her every night. That's love, because I gotta sleep good, all right? I ain't doing that, all right? No. That is love. That is love. The way I look at it, y'all, I got just a few weeks before I got a ring on my finger, and the way I look at it is if I could love could be just half as much as my granddaddy Bill loved my grandma Paquita, I'll be doing something pretty dang special. So, y'all, the best part about this song for me, though, I wrote it for myself, I wrote it for my family. It's a personal song, but the best part has been hearing y'all's stories, the times you're thinking of in here, the people you're thinking of that you've loved and lost, and every day people tell me that they hear it and they cry, and I get it. There's some nights on stage I can barely get through it, but for me, when I wrote it, I'm thinking about the good times. When I'm singing and I'm choking up, I'm thinking about the times in the golf cart with granddaddy, and the times when I'm watching an 85-year-old man do a better cannonball than me. Thinking back to the good times. So tonight, as we finish out this song, let's think about those folks. Let's remember the good times. What you say?
That's right.
86, my grandpa said, there's angels in the room. With all the family gathered around, knew the time was coming soon. With so much left to say, I pray, Lord, I ain't finished, just give us 5 more minutes.